G'day, this is Jim from Living Life Now. Today we're looking at the port destination of Casablanca. Now I have to admit I had this Hollywood exotic romantic version of Casablanca in my head. I kind of pictured Moroccan architecture and sand and kind of camels and Casbahs and spices and smells, and I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, I had a little bit of a reality check when I looked into the port. The reality of Casablanca, it's the largest city in Morocco. It's a crucial trading port, and it's a port city. There's a population of 3.8 million people. Relatively poor. The average wage is about 1,000 Australian dollars a month. They seem to have significant growth since the 1970s. So since the 1970s, they've been really on a upward projectile. Interesting place still. I don't think we'll be disappointed in our time there, and it's still a great port city. But the reality is, if you're after that romantic Hollywood version of Casablanca, it really doesn't exist in Casablanca. The closest I could see it exists is about 250 kilometres away in a place called Marrakesh. Now that's 3 to 4 hours drive. And I think there is a tour available, but yeah, it's a long day. But I'll go into that further on. At the moment, there's still lots to do in Casablanca, so I'll just go through that. So to start with,
Casablanca is located on the west coast of Morocco. Casablanca is a port city. It's a trading city, and the port is central to its activity. I think the port's actually an artificial port, I think I read somewhere. But the cruise terminal is kind of an attachment onto the main port, and the terminal itself is only a couple of years old, so it's very new. There seems to be there might be a shuttle to take you off the dock, as say, because it seems to be an 800 to a kilometre walk, so it's fairly substantial to walk off the dock itself. So hopefully there'll be some shuttle transfers.
as we arrive on the cruise ship, we'll notice in the distance the Hassan II Mosque. Now the Hassan II Mosque was built in 1993 and had 3,000 Moroccan craftsmen working on it, on the mosaics and marble. It's a magnificent piece of architecture. It has the world's largest minaret that runs at about 600 foot, which is quite substantial. The prayer hall can hold about 25,000 people, and it's definitely worth a visit. Now, non-Muslims have to take a guided tour of the place, so there will be limited guided tours. So if you're really interested in this place, and we are definitely interested in having a look, definitely get ahead and book something as far as a guided tour goes. Now the mosque is located about 1.5 kilometres from the cruise terminal, but there is a little bit of a walk off the cruise terminal first. So you have about 800 metres to get off the cruise terminal before that 1.5 kilometres starts. So it is fairly close and very much in walking distance. The old Medina also looks like a great place to visit, just to walk around the narrow laneways and just get a feel of the local area and the markets. It's still a residential type of area. The original old Medina was kind of taken out by those earthquakes in 1755, I think it was, that devastated a lot of the area. So it was kind of rebuilt, and a lot of it's 19th century kind of stuff. But yeah, it looks an interesting place to kind of have a walk around. Plus, from there, it's a short walk up to the cathedral, and Right next to the cathedral is the Arab League Park, which is another interesting park full of palm trees and a nice little waterfalls, and yeah, it'd be just a good place to have a walk around. So there's 3 places in kind of just walking distance that you could self-explore or take the city tour. But many options here. There's kind of an entertainment precinct in Casablanca too. They call it the Corniche, and that's down near the beach. It's about 4.5 kilometres from the port, so it's probably in taxi distance to get a taxi. It looks like a place that you'd visit in the afternoon or for lunch. Rick's Cafe is another tourist destination you might be interested. Rick's Cafe was created in 2004. It's just typecast on the movie. So if you have an interest into having a look at a replica of that movie set, yeah, Rick's Cafe might be the way to go. There is a princess tour where you can have lunch there, as well as do the mosque, which would be a good duo. If you want to just pop in there and just have a cheeky coffee, it's about $15 Australian for a coffee, which, yeah, so it's, but yeah, if you're a movie lover and you want to see a replica of a set, yeah, definitely go and have a look. So for the Princess World Cruises 25, the Crown Princess will be the only ship in port on the 18th of July. We're in port from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and the temperature will be dry and a maximum of about 26 degrees. Linda and I will take our time, we'll walk off the ship, we'll stretch our legs, we'll just familiarise ourselves as we kind of have a walk around, take it all in, and we'll make our way to the Hasm II Mosque. That we'll book a Vallada tour for about 10 o'clock. You can book about 12 months ahead, and you'd probably need to book ahead because there's only, I think, 3 or 4 times was on Vallada. So we'll make that booking and we'll enjoy seeing that magnificent piece of architecture and being inside a mosque, which I've never been inside, so that'll be a new experience. In the afternoon, we might make our way down to the Corniche, have a look at the beach down there. We'll definitely go to the old markets and up to the cathedral, but we feel it's all in walking distance, and if not, taxis are fairly cheap and we'll be comfortable just jumping in a taxi. Negotiating the fare up front is what I've been told you've got to do, and self-exploring. All right, well, I hope this was helpful. Thank you.